Om Anandamanandakaraprasannam Jnanaswarupam Nijabodharupam Yogindramidiyam Bhavarogya Srimad Gurum Nityam Maham Bhajami. Om. If earth peace is to herald the dawn of the new age, we must all realize humanity, our uniting religion, breath, our uniting prayer, and consciousness, our uniting God. This is the 11th commandment of the new age. There can be no religion which does not include the whole of humanity. For there to be a binding, it has to be a religiare, a binding, a knowing, an education, an attunement of humanity at large. Even if you are not, you have excluded even one person, then your religion is a failure. The 11th commandment from humanity's own divine consciousness is that humanity is our uniting religion. We are all agreed to the fact that we are all human beings. Breath, our uniting prayer. There's one common breath on which humanity is all agreed. But if one person prays Our Father and the other one says Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Jai Ram, and the third person says Allahu Akbar, there will be three denominations and three so-called religions, but then humanity is split. So we have to find a common denominator with which the whole of humanity is agreed. What is it that connects the whole of humanity as one common denominator? What is the common factor? What is the connectus connecti of humanity? What is the connectus connecti of humanity? That we all breathe the same living breath. And therefore, humanity, our uniting religion, breath, our uniting prayer, and consciousness, our uniting God. The awareness which humanity has is the God which binds us all. So on these three principles, this is the religion, this is the lifestyle, this will be the livingness of the future. All comprehensive and all inclusive. Because consciousness is pure awareness. It's a thought-free state of tranquil awareness which lies at the core of our own beings. So the still silence within us is the God within us. How do we get to that God? Then stiller than stillness itself. In silence I do behold my innermost rising star. I dissolve in that mystery untold, so near, yet so afar. This is the mystery. And when you get to that star, There is no near or far. You are the blazing, beloved wisdom star of God. You are the star yourself. You have realized yourself in the innermost God essence of your being, in the most, that is the star of Bethlehem, of the birth of the Christ of realization. That is the Christ and the Krishna of self-realization. This is the soul cry of today, and it must be accomplished in this life, which we are trying to, even if it is not. Yoga and the Kriya Yoga I teach is not a religion, it's a lifestyle. But if there is to be a religion, it's all inclusive. We include the whole of humanity, irrespective of caste, creed, and color. The Siddhanath Yoga Parampara has a vision statement, a mission statement. We are called the soul swans, the Hamsas. We, the Hamsas, are meditated to the furthering of human awareness. What will you do when you learn the Kriya Yoga today? You will bring other people in to learn this non-denominational lifestyle of living in peace and harmony with humanity. That is Kriya Yoga. We, the Hamsas, are meditated to the furthering of human awareness. The second mission statement, we, the Hamsas, are dedicated to serving humanity as our larger self. This rings true with all of you. And we, the Hamsas, we are devoted, we, the soul swans, are devoted to new life awakening for earth peace healing through self peace healing. This is the vision statement. And therefore, upon this bedrock of understanding, we practice our Kriya Yoga. Let me tell you, what is yoga? Yoga is an inner ascent through ever more refined and ever more expanded spheres of mind to get to that consciousness, to get to the God essence which lies at the core of your own being. So the answer lies within. Do not depend upon externals for your happiness. Look within. The answer lies within. For externals, your Ferrari car will get a crash. Someday your children will leave you. And as life passes by, the wife leaves the husband leaves the wife. So everything goes away, but your own inner consciousness, that remains with you. Your breath and your consciousness is your best friend in life. Kriya Yoga is the science of life breath, life force. Therefore, befriend that. Enjoy yourself with your friends. Enjoy your money, enjoy your wealth, enjoy your cars, but don't be attached to them. Don't think it's doom days if your car is taken away or stolen, or if your wife leaves you or your children go away for work. Love them, but don't be attached to them. Be attached to your breath, which leads to the God within you, which is the still space, the consciousness within. So can you all understand me? Can you people understand me? Is that very clear? So now you will ask me the question. You will say, Gurunath, you have said humanity are uniting religion. I love that the 11th commandment of God. God is our innermost consciousness. Then you say, breath are uniting prayer. I like that also. And then at last you say, consciousness are uniting God. But since you are a Sadguru, since you are a master, can you demonstrate any of these three things? You must put the master on the spot. Can you do it? The answer will come, yes, I can. And then you will ask, when? I'll say, now. Gurunath, can you breathe through our breathing? If the breath is the connectus connecti of humanity, you must show us some example where you can breathe through all of us. Then we will know that yes, breath is the common denominator. I may have some person, an objection to some person chanting, Hail Mary, full of grace. The Hail Mary person may have an objection to the person chanting Allahu Akbar. That fellow may have an objection to chanting Sri Ram. But none of these spiritual denominations have an objection to breathing. If you don't want to join our religion, then don't breathe. It's okay. But if you breathe, we will with all our love welcome you and consider you as humanity whose only prayer, whose essential prayer from birth is the breath. I went to a shop the other day, an American shop. They said the same message, but I said, how should I convey this message to the Americans? So that nice T-shirt, it just said, breathe, dude. Breathe, dude. So that's nice. But today I will be teaching you to breathe with awareness and breathe in a scientific manner. That is the science of Kriya Yoga. The merger of the individual soul with the universal soul is yoga. The merger of Jiva with Shiva is yoga. Just what is the effect of Kriya Yoga on your ego and personality? It is the same effect that the river has on the pebbles to the side of the river. The gentle abrasion of the river through day after day, month after month, and year after year, it rounds off the pebbles at the shore. And each pebble looks like a shivling. We have a river in India called the Narmada River, and the gentle abrasion of the Narmada River rounds off the rough edges of the stone, and each stone looks like a shivling. So the constant abrasion of the Kriya breath up and down your spine will round off the rough edges of your ego and personality and transform your jiva into Shiva. This is the thing. Now, before I begin to give you the Kriya Yoga practice, I would take a few questions if anybody has a few questions, and which I always do from the people who are in the Atmanar and also the people who are live on YouTube. We cannot see the people live on YouTube on this. Only the Atmanar. But can we take questions? Okay. So you take the questions, see if they are to the purpose. We don't want a haywire question. Vet the questions, screen it. If it's worthy, ask me the question. In the meantime, I would invite questions from our august audience. How many people are new and have come for the first time? Raise your hands. Excellent. I'd just like to know feedback. How did you hear of this session? Through ads, through YouTube, or through word of mouth? How many heard it from word of mouth? Raise your hands. That's good. How many from YouTube and ads? Raise your hands. Okay. So now I will invite questions. If there are any questions about yoga and Kriya Yoga, anything you'd like to ask. But let me tell you one thing. I am going to give you a practical demonstration after this where I will breathe through all your breaths. I will breathe and you will breathe. But you'll know when I'm breathing, when your breath becomes longer, richer, and deeper, you'll know I have entered my pranic Chaitanya Pran in your pranic breath. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's not an everyday thing because nobody does it. Breathing through your breath. You should be pretty proud of yourself that the President of America and Russia don't have a secretary to breathe for them, but you have a secretary to breathe for you. And I'm your secretary. And this is your first in a lifetime experience. And if you leave me after this, it will be your last. But if you continue with me, I will evolve your soul consciousness, and together we will go and present ourselves before the Lord. Okay, now you must, yes. First, you must tell your name and which town, country you're from, and then ask the question. My name is Veena Yadav. Wonderful that you're here. You've kept your word. Wonderful. You're a friend of Divya. Wonderful. God bless you. Yes.
Kundalini and Kriya Yoga and Kundalini, and is Kundalini the path of meeting with God, and how does Kriya Yoga enable Kundalini? And maybe it doesn't, but that's my question on Kundalini.
Okay. Now, the Kriya Yoga, I am teaching Kundalini Kriya Yoga. Okay. And the power which I'm using to breathe through your breaths is the power of Kundalini. So I'm not explaining to you Kundalini, I'm demonstrating you that how a master uses his Kundalini power to breathe through thousands of people. If today I can breathe through these 97 or 100 people, it logically proves that I can breathe through 10 million people. If I can breathe through all of you, what prevents me from breathing through 10 billion people? Nothing. Okay? But I have to inculcate that faith in you by giving you the experience. Talking is the menu. The experience is eating the food. So we will eat the food later. I'll get on to Kundalini. Now, when you breathe, first, the mild thing is the breath. When breath is concentrated and intensified, it becomes pran. Pran is the life of breath. It is called the life force energy. Life force energy. Right? But when that life force energy, when breath intensifies, it becomes pran. When pran intensifies, it becomes Kundalini energy. What constitutes the Kundalini energy? What is it made of? What is it made of? This force. May the force be with you. You heard of that? I'm speaking in your own language. So the force, I'll tell you what the force is. That is Shakti. That is Kundalini energy. Shakti is the divine energy, the dynamic energy. So it's a plait. It's weaved. It contains the Kundalini, the breath, that is the life force, pran, the vital energy, the mind, breath, life energy, mind. It creates the mind and the vital fluid. The mind, the vital fluid, and the pran, they weave a plait. And these three forces of your vital energy, of your procreative energy, that mind and the pran, vital energy, pran, and mind. These three factors, if focused on one point, they create this force which rises from the base of the spine, piercing the 6 knots, the 6 lotuses, and meeting her Lord at Sahasrara. Kundalini lies awake, but she is not fully awake. She lies, they say, in humble, patient expectation waiting to be awakened. Have you read the story of Cinderella? Who has read the story of Cinderella? Okay, you all must have. You didn't, you don't know Cinderella. Your wife is Cinderella. You read Cinderella? If she goes to the town. So, anyway, this force is Cinderella, it's Cindy. And she is by the fire. She is waiting by the embers. And, and Kriya Yoga fans the embers. The practice of the breath fans the embers at the Mooladhara chakra, at the hearth of fire at the base of the spine. And then what happens? The Kundalini, when the fires are fanned, she rushes up the chimney of the spine to meet her Prince Charming at Sahasrar. I'm giving it to you in the American language. The Kundalini is the energy of fire. As she goes up and she merges with her Lord, the Kundalini herself becomes Shiva. So this is the force of Kundalini, composed of vital fluid, pranic energy, and mind. They are intertwined. And these three things which are plated together, they pierce the spine. And in the going up, you will see that many people, they're hopping like frogs. Have you heard of the Quakers and the Shakers? This is all unscientific ways. The people in America have Quakers and Shakers. That is the primary awakening of their Kundalini. When the energy comes, rises up the chimney of the spine, there's a catharsis which takes place, and all the negativity is thrown out. So, since the body cannot take it, it vibrates like this. You know, they shake. They shake. So they're known as the Shakers. Then there's another thing known as the Quakers. The Quakers. They quake, but they follow God, but they do not know that Kundalini, that energy is awakening in them. So the Shakers and the Quakers. I'm explaining you the scientific version of what they are, right? So this is what Kundalini is. But why doesn't it happen to your people, Gurunath? Because we do a scientific technique called the Mahamudra. Bend to the left, bend to the right, lock your chin, hold your breath, bend. So that energy which comes out is channelized in the physical aspect of Mahamudra. It's transformed. You don't have to fritter away the energy in quaking and shaking. You have to do the Mahamudra. After that is refined, then you do the pranayam again and other techniques of Kriya Yoga. So the Mahamudra controls the quaking and the shaking. It also throws out the negativity and it channelizes the rest of the energy to awaken your Kundalini further. Okay, next question.
We have some questions online.
Yes.
First question is.
Raise your question. Say your name. Bring her on the screen in front. Zoom it in. Whoever it is.
So the first question is from Fraser.
First question is from?
Fraser.
From where? Frajan. Have you come before? Is this your first time? Yeah? Okay. Okay, ask your question.
So his question is,
So is there a difference with being with you and being all accent, sometimes receiving a healing and things like that?
Could anybody hear what you're saying? Okay. If is there a difference between here and there? Well, yes, physically, at the physical level, yes, because they get to see me. They have a personal touch. Don't worry, in Oxnard, we have another retreat in Oxnard. After this retreat, we'll tell you the date. That's also slightly more advanced than this. But in Oxnard, it's a resort center, so I'm sure all of you love, everybody's welcome. So you, physically, if you want, there's the difference because my personal presence is here. But if you go astrally, when I'm breathing through your breath, I will breathe as much through your breath as I will through their breath. So the transmission of Shaktipat, Pranapat, and Shivapat is the same. So I am there for you as the presence, and I will breathe through your breath as much as I breathe through their breath. The celluloid, the screen, and filming is no barrier to my transmission of pranapath. It is no barrier. It can reach anywhere in the world or anywhere in the solar system, even the moon, the planets, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Neptune, anywhere the transmission can reach. If it is transmitted, it will reach. There's no argument about it. They either receive it or don't receive it. Like you, when you're sitting here, there are many people on the screen sitting there. There are many people who have not come. They will all receive it. Yes. Next question.
Gurnath, the next question is from YouTube, and this is from Todd from Pennsylvania.
From who?
Todd.
Todd.
Yes,
Okay.
Muchus.
What's his full name?
Todd Muchus.
Todd Muchus from Pennsylvania. Okay.
Gurnath, he says that you have said, be in the world, but not of the world, like the lotus leaf in water.
Yeah.
Through the Kriya Yoga, how can one be simply the lotus leaf on the water?
Okay, so the poem which I said, that be in the world as a lotus lying, be in the waters of the world like a lotus undying, like a lotus lying unwetted and undying. I have composed this poem which he may have read somewhere. जल नील झील जल कमल खिले, जल नील झील जल कमल खिले, जल में रहकर भी जल न मिले, न बूंद फुआर उसे असर करे, वैसे जगत में जोगी असंग रहे. जैसे तेल की बूंद पानी में रहे, जल झिलमिल जल फिर भी न मिले, वैसे जिंदगी जागता जोगी जिए, संसार में रहकर भी न रहे. Although you don't, I deliberately didn't tell you the explanation because I wanted you to feel the poem like a lotus in the waters lying unwetted and undying. What did you feel? You felt good, you felt the rhythm, and you felt the lotus untouched by the water. So it means that a yogi should live in life like a lotus in the water, unwetted and undying, and no spray of water should be able to wet its petals. So also the yogi should stay in life, enjoy life, and yet not be attached to it. He should be not affected by it. Just as a drop of water, just as a drop of oil is put in the water, and no matter how you shake it, jala jhilmil jal fir bhi na mile, jhilmil jhilmil jhilmil. When you rinse the water, when you ladies wash clothes in a bucket, don't you rinse it like this? So that's called jhilmil 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 in poetic language. Jhilmil jal fir bhi na mile. So even though I try to mix the oil with the water, the oil does not mix in the water. So also should be you lying in the waters of life, moving among temptations, moving amongst hardships, yet you should keep your focus on the northern star, on Dhruva. Don't forget the Lord who has created you. So by that will come by practice. You should never lose sight. So you are not affected by the desires and temptations of the world, just like a lotus is not affected by the water it is lying in. Is that clear? Clear? Okay, next question.
Another question from YouTube.
Do you want to do YouTube before our guys? Okay, do it.
Her name is Sarah from Arizona in the US. She says, if we expand and merge.
Sarah what? You must give the full name.
She doesn't.
Huh?
No last name.
Okay.
Sarah.
Sarah. Sahara. Yes.
If we expand and merge through the light and into the blackness, will we be liberated from rebirth?
She says, if we go into the light and then into the dark, the black hole, will we be liberated from birth?
Rebirth.
Rebirth. My answer to this is, if you go to the correct path, it's a very vague question, light and dark and all. Firstly, In the kindergarten, you have a teacher to guide you. Otherwise, the children will go haywire. Montessori or kindergarten or whatever school you go to. How much more do you need a teacher and a guide to ferry you across the uncharted waters of the ocean of life? You need a teacher and a master. He is the beacon of light and he is the guide who guides you through the uncharted territories. The beacon of light also has the map, and the guru is the map. His radiance is the beacon of light, and you are only justified in discarding the guru or merging into the guru when you have reached your destination. So, firstly, a question without the master, I cannot answer because there have been no such examples or very few examples where they are doing. You didn't tell me what to do. Go in the light. And how will you go in the light? First, you have to transform your body. You have to transform your body from energy, from matter to energy, from energy, matter to pran to energy to light, then light to enlightened light, and then consciousness. But you must know the procedure, the techniques. The techniques of yoga and samadhi have to be applied intelligently to get to your goal in the most rapid manner. Otherwise, a million years, the whole humanity, the waff and weft of humanity is evolution. So even an ape evolves to a man in evolution, right? And in due time, man will evolve to a god. But we are talking about eagle hearts who cannot wait. They need a guiding master. They need the proper scientific path and techniques. That's the answer. You will not go into the darkness if you don't have proper guidance. Yes, yes. Now, just stand up and let me see you and talk clearly. My name is Sabina Saraswati. Sabina means with the Veena. Saraswati with the Veena. Sahavina Saraswati. Beautiful name. The goddess of learning. Who gave you this name? Your mother? A beautiful name. And where are you from? You are? But you are from? From? Odisha. Odisha. Oh, wonderful.
Planted on this earth when going into a state of samadhi.
So, if I throw a ball in the sky, how will it return? The ball falls back, no? It doesn't keep going up. So also you will fall back to your normal state. And because of what? The gravity of your desires. So if you're going to, until and unless you have one enemy in this world or have a single desire left in your mind, you cannot go to the state of non-return. Because as you lessen your material desires, the gravity around you, the gravity of desire lessens and your escape velocity takes form. The gravitas of your soul dominates your physical body and desires, and then the soul tends to gravitate towards the supreme. Otherwise, it is gravitating downwards. It's your material desires and your negativity which keep you down to earth. So, the Sadguru is also there. If you go up, then he will, by his willpower, he will inhale his breath and your soul will come down. Because he can control your life energy, so he controls the vital part of your destiny. You will see how I'm controlling your life energy when I breathe through you and you put your hand up. So the Sadguru is very important in the life of the person. You can't say, "Oh, I was just dancing and skipping, and I just did some japa." And it's it's a very systematic discipline which you have to follow of meditation techniques and samadhi techniques, and discipline your diet, discipline your yoga asanas, and discipline your pranayam, the Kriya Yoga, and then step by step you will get into the supraconscious states of samadhi. Yoga is an inner ascent of ever more expanded and ever more rarefied states of awareness to get to the God essence which lies at the core of your own being. And this is a scientific approach, what we are doing. But you can do it even other ways with no teacher, no guidance. It will take much, much longer. God is no respecter of persons. Anyone who loves God, He pulls them up. But eagle hearts who don't want to fritter away the energies of their mind and waste their time. They want to go direct to their beloved. The eagle hearts, they take the guidance of the Sadguru and they are well on their path. He also protects them from disease, decay, and death and pitfalls along the way. Many people have had this experience when their car was going over the cliff and one wheel was over, and I came there and I pushed the car back. Many people here have had the experience. I don't know if there's anyone who would want to say that they've had an experience, but I think they have. I think one person told it to me, but he may not be in the hall. Is he in the hall? The person who spoke about the car accident?
It happened to me.
Yes.
I went off the road in an SUV. There was
Please tell your name.
Bill Gunther.
Bill Douglas. Oh my God. I was saying, where is Gunter will not be here. But I said, I was looking for Shane. Oh God, God bless you. Wonderful to see you. Now Gunter will tell you the story.
It must have been you, because I went off the road in an SUV, slid, hit the curb, the tire popped. It was right near a grove of pine trees, and the pine branch came straight through the windshield, a foot to the right of my head. The bag popped, and while I was in this cloud of white bag, I was gently sort of carried down the hill with the SUV at this angle, not rolling, just sort of sliding, but in like a foosball game, bounced off thick pine trees that kept me from rolling, and I ended up 100 feet down, right side up, and the bag deflated, and there I was.
So there you go.
There was nothing but nothing, just peace. No feeling of panic or violence. So I was just sort of, carried down the hill, little cloud of burn off, I guess. So thanks.
so so let me introduce to you to Gunter, because Gunter is from Hollywood, and he is one of the master photographers. Formerly, I don't know what he does now, but he used to photograph on the TV. If you've seen the serial The Bold and the Beautiful, he used to do that, and many Hollywood scripts. So he's a very, very senior photographer. Of course, this is all basic stuff for him. So anyway, God bless you, Gunta. I, I, I don't know why I said this. I must have got it from you, and I said it. and there are other people. Anyway, next question. If there's another question, yes, yes, Parampedical.
Yes, Akhil from the Atmanar.
Who's this?
Akhil?
Yes.
Hello, Akhil. How are you? Hello, Akhil. Can you hear me? Hello, Akhil. Yes, Akhil. I had to tell you something. I tried to phone you, but I couldn't get you. Your your loading of the shorts from your phone are of a very bad quality. I'm sorry, guys. I'm doing some work while the satsang is going on. Don't don't unload from the your phone. Do it from the YouTube and good things, and get it checked from Dan or someone. Thank you. Om Namah Shivaya. You may go. You may go now. Now go. Oh, what is your question? Okay, tell me. Tell me your question. Yes. Babaji's consciousness is in it. Yes. Yes. Uh, I will tell you what is infinity. In the normal parlance, infinity means that which is infinite, unending, and goes on and on and on. But if you want to technically know how we use infinity, there are two or three types of infinity. One is the infinity when there is the cosmic pralay and the whole of creation goes beyond causation, space, and time. There is no time, there is no causation, there is no space. Infinity also ends there. At the end of the life of Brahma. So, one infinity in its ultimate finale is 3 trillion 40,000 billion years. That is a lifespan of God, not the Lord God, the Michelangelo's God, who with that, have you seen the Sistine Chapel, that picture? The Creator. So, in the sense, the Creator means, they say that is the lifespan of our entire universal cosmos. 3 trillion 40,000 billion years or something. We have now, out of that 3 trillion 40 billion so and so years, we are in our infancy and we have covered 13.8 to 14 billion years out of 3 trillion years. So we are in our infancy. Creation is in its infancy. But the smaller creations of the Manus, one infinity is 300 million years. Then comes the dark night of the pralaya, the still state, where creation is destroyed after 300 million years. Then comes the other 300 million years. So 7 such things are the 7 infinities. But a greater mark of infinity is one day of God. That is an infinity. So one day of God equals 300 million years. That is the rule of one spiritual king. 14 such spiritual kings rule for one super world cycle. And that 14 kings ruling for 300 million years comes to 4 billion 320 million years. So one infinity is 4 billion 320 million years. Then there's a gap in the cosmic cycle and there's nothing. There's Shiva only in meditation. That's another 4 billion 320 million years. But the infinities are counted in this number as one day of God is one infinity. Is that clear? So 300 million years to 300 million with a gap of 300 million is one infinity. 4 billion 320 million years, one infinity. And the other one In between there are. So these are the various infinities. Is that clear? That's how we see it in our spiritual parlance. We talk of it like this, the world cycle.
You're talking about the world cycle and the world theme. If the current world theme is Sri Krishna, and he
Is that a mischievous question?
and they have the Kofi,
Uh, the present world king goes by the name of Shankara, who is also called Shiv Goraksha Babaji. He is the spiritual world king. The Babaji of the autobiography and Shiv Goraksha are the same person. Yukteswar is now a direct projection. He's not an avatar but a direct projection, and is directly connected with Shiv Goraksha Babaji, projected onto the Hiranyalok. The spiritual king projects himself onto the seven spheres. Om Bhuvom Bhuvom Swahom Mahom Janom Tapom Satyam. So these are the seven heavens, and each one of them have a spiritual king with their denominations and their work, but they are all Babaji. Do you understand?
Sanat Kumara.
That is like Sanat Kumar. Sanat Kumar is in the highest sphere and the closest with Babaji. Sanak, Sanandan, Sanat Sujata are the Agnishwatta rishis. Yes, Babaji is very connected to Sanat Kumar.
Where are we in the transition of all this?
So if the Kalki is now born, he is born in Sambalpur, but he has not declared himself. He is a boy of 14 years of age. From 380 years, time has been reeled in because the corruption and the death and murders and strife on earth was getting very heavy. So the High Command decided to have the Kalki avatar earlier. So they called him, and he's already born, 14 years old. He will declare the coming of the Satya Yuga in 20,032. Now, when he declares this, he will be exposed as the Kalki avatar, but he will have declared the Satya Yuga, and he will then be 21 years old. And the residual trash which is there, he will clear it with his sword called Ratnamaru. Okay? Now, other masters are working with the Kalki in amalgamation with the Kalki. The first line of which we are, there are three lines who are working in the world today. You also, when you do not know what you're doing, but you're working by doing Kriya Yoga, that is your work, and being the storehouse. First line is of Shiva, Ichha Shakti, will. The second line is Gyan Shakti, knowledge of the Kalki. And the third line is Kriya Shakti, the workers, boots on ground, the fighters and the warriors. So that then there's activity, wisdom, and supreme will. The Shiva line, which is this year, you all will be working, is supreme will through Shiva. The second is the Vishnu line, where the Kalki will come through wisdom, and they will also amalgamate. They will also have to do the fight the good fight with all their might. So as the second Advent is coming, he is the Christ. The other name for the Kalki is the Christ. So fight the good fight with all thy might. Christ is thy strength and Christ thy right. Lay hold of life, and it shall be your light and life eternally. What a beautiful hymn. So I used to attend the Catholic and the Presbyterian schools. So these schools, the padres and the people made sure that all the boys were turned into thorough Catholics and Christians before they left the school. But I have absorbed it. I'm a thorough Presbyterian, I'm a thorough Catholic, but I'm still thirsty. I wanted more. So then I went to Islam, I practiced that. Then I went into Buddhism. Then when I came into Sanatana Dharma, then I found the goal. Many lives before. So this is how it comes, and he is present. His energy and awareness is present. My energy and his energy combine many times to do the work, like breathing through your breath is not the work a normal teacher will do or a normal master will do. It is ordained from above, Shiv Goraksha. Shiv Goraksha Babaji in the Western world, what would you call it? The Metatron or the Melchizedek? Something similar to that. Melchizedek is the power that never dies, unto whom Abraham paid his homages. He was the great. It seems very similar to Babaji's state. Yes, Doug, what do you got to say? Melchizedek. Have you got Melchizedek? Anybody heard of him? He is the eternal being who never dies, the youth of 16 summers. And he was revealed to Abraham and is revealed to Moses also. Saint Germain comes at a much lower stage. I'm talking about the top stages here. But these are the ninth and 10th degree initiates. Then come the 8th degree initiates. And then come the 7th degree initiates, where there's the ascended masters, Count Saint Germain, the Master Maurya, the Kutomi Lal Singh, Raja Devapi, Jesus, not Christ, Jesus. Then Master Veronese, the Master Hilarious, the Count Saint Germain. He's a Hungarian master. I've met him, the Count Saint Germain, because he once came into my meditation room while I was meditating. So I said, what is it? How's everything? So he said, no, I've come to see your sword. I've heard about your sword. So I said, how have you heard about it? He said, yeah, just people, your disciples talk and then I hear of it. I'm about. So I said, you yourself have got a very good sword. So he said, yes. But he was the Count Saint Germain was an actual figure in the Hungarian royal family. We also come from royal family. So then I showed him my sword. It was the curved, like the moon. So he said, oh, but mine is a straight one. So I said, perhaps that your work is simpler and straighter. I have to cut the crescent in perfect shape, you see. And then I told him the name of my sword also. Kalki's sword is called Ratnamaru, the sword of jeweled splendor. And my sword is called the Chandrahas, that is the smiling moon. And it is like that. When you come to India, I will show it to you. It's got a gold handle, but no jewels. And I think it is on that very sword, or maybe the other sword. It is written Paritranaya Sadhunam Vinashanaya Chadushkratam, to protect the righteous and destroy the evil. I am ever alert. That's what it means. And I don't know who did it, but since I've come to swords, I'm telling you this story. One psychic came and he said, can I hold this sword? So he held it like this. And then he said, oh, hot, 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 hot. And he put it down on this thing. It was maybe burning him. So he said, what is this? Why are you keeping it out? I said, so I said, what do you feel? I feel comfortable with it. He said, no, but your sword is panting. So you are all advanced people. Can you tell me who is that in the sword? Which power is that? Ah? Who? Who said that? What did you say? Kali. Oh, yes, you're right. Good. When she has her tongue out, and so that is that. So then I washed it with milk, sweet milk, put the ghee in it, clarified butter. I put her in the scabbard. But the power of the Kali is in the Chandrahas sword. Perhaps this is the sword. Nobody usually gets a sword for him, and I have not put it to work except once when a person tried to attack me and to finish me off. Then I didn't. I did not attack him back, and I just put the knob of the thing on the flame. I made the flame lick it. I passed it through the flame, and then I said, "Return to sender." I did this, return to sender, and then I did that. It went, and I just returned it. I didn't do anything. And 2 days later, he passed away. But that person told me, that person told these people, don't do it on this yogi. He's sitting on a lot of wealth. We have old ancestral property. So then those evil guys, they wanted my wealth. But I never did it for harm, and no one should ever. This comes into the region of advanced white tantra and yoga. It is not your subject. We just went into this subject. So I told you that experience. And the attack on me was severe. After I was attacked, I took it off and I returned it. So these are sciences.
Did Ravan have the same sword?
Excuse me? I think he did. I think, have you read that anywhere? You read that? He teaches. But I don't know why such a big man would have such a light sword. It's very, very light.
How does that fit in with Shambhala warriors? Like, how does Shambhala fit into Kalki and
Shambhala, you see, the most beautiful corruption is first they call it Shangri-La, the legendary city of fame. And it is almost a dream that you go to Shangri-La. But Shangri-La, then the more correct word is Shambala. And the most correct word is where the Kalki is born now is Sambal. Sambalpur. Shambalpur. So Shambhala is the place where all these masters and divine beings will collect to destroy the evil. I've written a poem on the spiritual Shambhala, which is near Shweddeep. That poem I have written, I am a foreigner to this land. I belong to that land where there is no life nor death. And in that beautiful land of Shambhala, which is the heavenly part of the earthly Shambal, there is no life and death, and people are ever drunk with the nectar of Som. So I have described that. That is the song. हम परदेसी बादेश भये जहाँ जन्म मरण ना होत बार मास अमीरस पान पिए हम जाग हम ना हो तरे भाई होत हम की मौत हम परदेसी बादेश भये जहाँ हर दिन होरी होत वहाँ सप्त रंग पिचकार फुआर मन निर्गुण रंगी होत अरे भाई निर्गुण अंगी होत. I belong to that land where Holi is played every day, and the seven spray of the colors, when I spin in the seven spray of colors, I produce the color white. And after I produce the color white, I disappear. This is the Holi of Shambalpur in the heavenly spheres. Have you all been to your physics lab? Have you all done physics? How many done physics in school? Raise your hands, everybody. Do you see a disc with seven colors? You spin it fast, what happens? What happens? White. So when we spin with our hands like this with all the seven colors, we are seen as white. And then we're spinning like the statue of Rio de Janeiro. You seen that statue? Jesus, Rio de Janeiro. When you spin like this, you can go into pure consciousness. Okay, now next question, and then I'm going to give you the breathing through the breath. Last question.
Question from you.
Question from Alok.
His question is
Alok. Alok Pankaj from
India.
India. Alok Pankaj, where are you? Raise your hand.
He's on YouTube.
Alok Pankaj is on YouTube. Okay.
So the question is, how do we get rid of past life karmas, which come to us in the form of disease, accident, and misfortune?
You will be getting rid of many past life karmas if you sit in full attention to me when I breathe through your breath. And when the Sadguru breathes through the breath of the disciple, this according to Abhinav Gupta in his Tantra Alok, this and this alone is the true initiation. So all of you had the Guru mantra and this thing, those are preliminary initiations. They are not called the real initiation. Real initiation is those who experience the breath of the master through their breath. They have been initiated. So you can get rid of it by practicing Kriya Yoga. Come to the Sadguru, practice Kriya Yoga. And then now I'm giving you a bonanza. I'm giving my pranic breath, my Kundalini Shakti will breathe through your breath. You better be ready and be listening. I'm going to start it very soon. The breathing through the breath. I'll do it twice. Are all of you ready? The master will give you transmit his Chaitanya Pran in your pranic breath. So Chaitanya is the Kundalini, Pran, and your pranic, you connected pranic and breath. So when you breathe, when you're breathing through your spine, you breathe the normal breath or the Kriya breath very gently. The normal breath is better. When you breathe the normal breath, I will indicate to you when I enter your breath, I'll do hup. When I do that, don't get nervous, don't continue to breathe. With that sound, your breath will become longer, richer, and deeper. Or in some cases, it may totally stop. But the energy will be moving in your spine. If you understand, put your hands up. Yes, yes. You can all hear me? Okay. Do you understand? But how will you know that I'm breathing through your breath? You will know that when I clap, your breath becomes longer, richer, and deeper. And later, as soon as you slowly relinquish the breath to test how much I am breathing through your breath, you will feel I am pushing your breath up and pushing it down. It's a very sensitive uh, technique which I'm transmitting. So please give me your mind and your attention. Okay? You have to synchronize with me. Are you ready? Drop all inhibition and armor and look at me. You can have open eyes or closed eyes, but focus on the center here, where I am. Focus on the center. And now you can breathe. Keep breathing. Breathe the life and livingness. I am here before you, and now, as the Kundalini Pran, I will be entering your breath. And your normal breath will undergo a change as soon as I clap the sound. You can even close your eyes, be totally relaxed, drop all preconceived notions and inhibitions. Drop all armor, make yourself available to the master. Relax, let go, and breathe. Drop your shoulders, straighten your spine. I will be coming into your spine now. Ready? Keep breathing. Your breath will become longer, richer, and deeper. Very good. Don't stop. Now my life energy, my Kundalini is in your breath, so you'll breathe longer with more facility. And I will push your breath even if you try to stop. All negativity is being burnt in the pure breath of the Master, breathing through your breath, longer, richer, and deeper. Relax and let go and feel the breath, breathing through your breath. Okay, stop, ground yourself, relax. Now we have to get the same guy in the open seas. Now I will take the feedback. When I clapped, how many felt the breath becoming longer, richer, and deeper? Raise your hands. Look around the first row and see the second row. Look around you, how many people have put your hands right up, please. You can look around and see. So we have almost 10% results. So give yourselves a hand. Now, how many didn't do it? How many didn't receive it? Raise your hands. Okay. I'm going to do it again for you. Your thoughts were thinking. Did you feel any change or any heat energy coming into you, or did your breath stop? Nothing, nothing. Two fellows received nothing, but 98 people did. So we will give the 98 people the benefit of the doubt. Give you the benefit of the doubt. So you have to relax. You're thinking too much. Don't think. And when I do that, you know how to breathe? Were you breathing? You understand English well? You were breathing? You're not breathing. Then how you can get? You're not breathing? Yes or no? Yeah, but your breath remained normal. You resisted or something? You're taking. So don't take simple breath. So when my breath comes, you'll feel my breath. Because my breath joined with your deep breath. You, what? You're concentrating. No, no, don't take deep breath. Take a normal breath. And when it should be very gentle breath, soft breath up and soft. Then when I do it, you will feel it. This time I'm going to do two things. How many of you felt it there? Raise your hands. Raise your hands. Okay, good. Excellent. God bless you. And the other person, you can ask the other person on the open seas, what's his name on the live streaming? Huh? Call him, did he receive the breath? He must be from some other country or something. I don't know where he's joined it from. Anybody have, okay. So your breath became longer. How many people, after that, the breath stopped, but the energy was still moving in a spine? That's also, you got both the experiences, or the energy moving in the spine. I think, Amit, you have been with me many times. This is not the first time, right? And Rahul got it? Yes. Yes? Yes. Yes. Have you asked him? Let him be. Let him be.
Yes, Siddhanath, he said his breath felt longer on YouTube.
Okay. Then tell him much of his negative karma has been dissolved. Even before coming or committing or joining, that's a present from me, a bonanza. They can hear me. They can hear me. Is there any other questions you want to ask about this before I start again? Yes.
The nose of your mouth?
It doesn't matter. Nothing matters because all that matters is being done by me. I'm destroying the matter and getting you into spirit. So therefore, it doesn't matter. And we don't have to matter. In the eyes of God, we don't matter. We only matter in materialism, but we don't matter in the eyes of God, because matter is a part of the ego, and we don't want matter. When we stand before God, we should be pure and crystal, like the smile of a 5-year-old child. 5-year-old child is very innocent. Yes. Any more questions before I begin again? Okay, this time I'm doing something more advanced. You must be very sensitive and breathe very slowly. First time I'm going to, when I say hup, when I clap, that time your breath will become longer and richer. But you'll be breathing willfully. Okay? Then second time I clap, hup. Did you get it the first time? Veena, Saraswati, Veena, Saraswati, Veena, Saraswati, Veena. So now, then when I clap the second time, you leave your breath. You're breathing, but stop breathing and see if I breathe you on my own. Okay? That would be a great job of a secretary for the lazy ones. For Roberta, it'll be a great thing. She'll do a Kriya also. Okay, are you ready now? Put your thumbs up, guys. Are you ready? Om. By this, I'm dissolving all your negativity, all the negativity in your karmic lotuses are dissolved in your body, and you get a positive light. So it's a process of evolution. Now breathe very softly and be ready for my sound, and you'll see a change. Try to receive me. Open your heart and try to receive me. Let go. Gently breathe very softly, okay? Okay, keep looking at me. Okay, breathe. Be relaxed. Be receptive and receptive to me, and be ready. Ready? Relax, let go. Feel the breath. My Chaitanya Pran is breathing through your pranic breath. Your lungs have opened up. You can breathe with facility of ease, and the breath is longer, richer, and deeper. Very good. The more you relax, the more I'll breathe through you. Now the second, keep breathing, keep breathing. Now what I'm doing in the second clap, the willful breathing you are doing, leave the willful breathing and just watch, do the watchful breath. And that, your breath will still carry on, some of the energy will flow through the spine. Let's see what happens. The second time, leave your will to breathe. Do not breathe willfully, and I will still try to move your breath. Keep breathing. Ready? Be relaxed and receptive. Leave your breath and the breath will still move. Excellent. Okay, now open your eyes and relax. The first time I was breathing, who felt the breath lengthening? Raise your hands. You got it this time. Very good. 10% results. The second time when I clapped, did your breath, you stopped? How many stopped breathing? Raise your hands. And how many the breath still kept moving? Excellent. So give yourself a hand. You see, these are very, very advanced classes that to show you that I am the Lord of life. If I breathe through billions of people, what would you call such a person? With all humility, I say it. What would you call him? The teacher of life, or the Lord of life, or the master of life energy? What would you call him? The master of life energy. So now I'm going to move your life energy. You breathe gently, and as I move my hands, the life energy will move in your spine. Are you ready for that? Be sensitive. Whatever way, however, the more you receive me and let go, and with gentle breathing, the breath will follow my hands. Okay? That you want to know what the guiding hand of the master is. I'm telling you how the master guides your prana and your breath. This is what I'm telling you. Have you understood? Okay. Now gently start breathing. In your spine, it's coming up and down the spine gently. This is an open eye experiment. Not an experiment, but a virtue. Watch my hands. Now your breath in your spine. Getting it? I down. Okay, now how many's breath in their spine went according to the movement of my hands? Raise your hand. So you are excellent, excellent students. Or I don't know whether you're the excellent student or I'm the excellent master, but but let's give it to you. Now I have completed this, and with this, the free satsang is now over. We will have a 10 to 15-minute break, right? What are you saying? 15-minute break, and then you people can network with one, they introduce one another, and there's the merchandise there. You can go and see the merchandise, but it's a time for the break and time for me to drink my tea. And all those who